In a recent CVM Live interview, Aunty Donna discussed the challenges of motherhood, parenthood, and the adoption process of her youngest son, Joshi. All I can say is she's truly an inspiration to us all, an angel on earth, if you may. Guys, please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload a new video.
Most of the times, it is always the mother role to ensure that the child is being taken care of, to ensure that the child gets into school, to ensure that you have your pampers, to ensure that you have your feeding, to ensure everything. So the challenges I had were basic challenges that any mother would have. You want the best for your child. You want your child to go to primary school, basic school, and stuff like that. And so at times, during their early childhood age, I made sure that was my number one priority, because I always say, them never ask me if you come into the world, and me go for them. So I always try to put myself behind and put my children in front. So when I say that if I cook chicken back and dumpling, I make sure that they get the meat and I get the gravy, those sort of situations, I made sure that they were number one. So in saying so, they always get everything that they wanted and everything that I could afford. Like, for example, I always make sure that my children, every birthday they had, I had some sort of celebration. And if I don't keep it at the house, at that time you used to have McDonald's where you could keep the parties there. I always allow them to feel like they are, if they don't, I didn't want them to feel, oh, because Mary had a birthday, they could not have that. I always make sure that they were well taken care of, clothes-wise, shoes-wise. That is why I pushed and go out there for my children. And in this nowadays days, a lot of inner city parents are not doing that. I notice now that most of them come before the children. So the mother will look nice, and then the children, them are all, what I'm saying. They don't, some of them, and I'm going to make it clear. That's why I said inner city. I don't want people to say I'm stigmatizing or I'm looking down. I'm just saying for what I see, that is where I live. A lot of the parents, them, don't push out for the children as much. My grandmother taught me a lot. Things that she taught me was to always pray. Things that she taught me was to always read my Bible. And these are the things that I pass on to my children. Although them don't like church, my daughter could sing. They were once on choirs and stuff like that growing up at Star Church. They are not into the church thing now because, young people, but they know how to pray, they know how to read their Bibles. That is what I instill in them, and also Joshua. I never started to adopt Joshua until he was like 2 years old. So it took me about a year and a half to finalize the adoption. Yeah, it was that long. Well, from the get-go, from he was growing up, I always instill into him that he's my son and he's also my nephew. And he knows that he has two mothers. Because remember, it's not like he was adopted from a stranger. He was adopted from my flesh and blood sister. So I instilled that in him. So he knows. Sometimes he would say, Joshie, who is your mommy? Carmen and mommy. He said, mommy, you and Carmen. So when he goes to the country, when she calls, I let her alone to have a conversation with her and talk to him. When I go to the country, he's allowed to go and see her. She allowed to come and see him and stuff like that. And I try to make like Mother's Day, like those type of holidays, either I go or she go, and he interacts with her. So he knows that he does not understand what adoption means because of his age, but he knows that I take him from his sister and we have him. That day I was showing me when she was pregnant with him, and he said, so I mean that in her belly? And I said yes. So he doesn't understand fully, but as a matter of fact, when they wanted to take Joshua from her to put her into a home, she tell them, say, no, my sister get Joshie before we even consent or agree. So she's fine with it. It took the general, there was no shortcoming, there was no easy route. You had to wait and you had to go there and you have to do this. It was just, you had to get everything intact. There's no, and although I'm family, if I did not fit the criteria, I could not get him. So it's just a plain open process. They had to come to my house. They had to check how much money I was working. At the time, I was a baker, so they saw income coming in. I used to sell, if you know that I was a social media seller. So I was always making money. So that was one of the things that she said, so, because my paycheck wasn't enough to carry it. while I was working. So she was saying, how are you gonna take care of a child with that small amount? Because as an office attendant, you don't get a lot of pay, you don't get good pay. So I remember when they did an interview with me, they said, so Miss Donna, you want to adopt the boy, where you going to get money to take care man your paycheck? So because I said, I don't just work as an office attendant, I also beg. So they in turn asked me to bring proof. Well, he does not understand that I am a public figure. He doesn't even know what a public figure is. I remember he
Aunty Donna is one of Jamaica's most influential public figure as well as social media sensation with an undying passion for helping the less fortunate. Let's get back to it.
Stands phones. And I remember one day he come and say, Mommy, you know, so I see you down Renee, and I see up on the phone a video, and I explained to him and tell him that I go around and I help person. So he doesn't, because of his age, he does not understand, but he knows that I go out. So my time spent with Josh is mostly in the nights or early mornings, but mostly nights. So, okay, so when I get up in the mornings, he's sleeping. So if I'm on live or on Sundays, I make time for him. Definitely on a Sunday, that's me and Josh's time. But definitely in the night, he'll come into my room and we chat, or I go into his room and we talk. And I'm, no matter how busy I am, I don't do his homework. I have his teacher who I pay to do that aspect, like his project and stuff like that. So she does the schoolwork and then she does the homework. But no matter how busy it may become, I have to check his book to see what's going on and stuff like that, what he do today and what teacher did for him and stuff like that. Well, for me, it has affected Joshua's schooling. He's not able to go to school. As you know, schools are on a closed down. He's not on the internet as most children would be doing the internet work, because I have a private tutor who helps him. But as I see, not for myself, like for other children out there, I see a lot of them up and down on the road. A lot of them, when I ask them, why are you not in school? We don't have any tablet. So I would say that the pandemic for me with Joshua, it has allowed him to be in more because of what is going on outside, but it has also drifted a lot of children from their education. Honestly, growing up, I never really heard a lot about Mother's Day. It was there, but I never hear my grandmother get up and say, today our Mother's Day. You know, I never see them celebrate it. Because while growing up as a young mother, now I became more into Mother's Day and stuff like that. But I know that it existed. My children, they never had money to buy gifts, so they will write me cards and stuff like that, you know, write me little poems and give me a teddy bear or a little rose, you know, them plastic rose. I remember one time my daughter drew this picture of me and she put a heart on it and give me to the rose. I must look if I still have it. I laugh for the whole day. I said, Poochie, then I saw me look here, yes. You know,
What
in
an
her eyes,
amazing
that's how
story.
I
Guys, please remember to subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload a video.